and I'm not talking about bum fights. I know that's been done, but almost like cockfights that they do. But we get a couple of homeless guys and throw some cans in the middle and have them collect them up, and they got to just kind of peck at each other to get the cans.
We could do the same thing with two radio execs.
Well, that's true, too. Yeah, they could fight over the cans.
Well, homeless. I read
Boss, you might want to sit back for about 5 minutes because I'm segging into something.
Go ahead.
Oh, brother.
And certainly we'll be back to you in a minute. But we have to bitch and complain for about 5 minutes. And before they get panicky Pete's down the hall, we're not talking about this company.
Oh, no.
We want to talk about a little radio company called Citadel Broadcasting.
Yes. Citadel Broadcasting.
Shouldn't we save this break for like 7:30 when everybody's listening?
I think we should just continuously weave it through the program today for the entire day because it's such a special day.
Right.
This is officially
the
last day you'll be able to trade Citadel stock on the big boys board.
Yes. Let's go back in time when radio was very, very healthy.
Yes.
And your boys Opie and Anthony were doing very, very well.
Yes.
Starting to do well financially, starting to do well professionally. Our personal lives, well, they were in shambles, but that's okay.
That's never mattered.
Right.
That was always the least of our worries.
Right. You're right.
I mean, you could always dump a bitch.
Right. I lived with a crazy broad for so long. I'm like, I'll get to that situation someday. And I remember vacationing on Cape Cod when the word came down. Do you want to be in on an IPO? Why don't you explain what an IPO is? Remember the good old days when someone would come up to you, and not many people were fortunate enough to be in on the little insider club there.
Opie, let me tell the people, only the movers and shakers got in on the IPOs. That is known as an initial public offering.
Right.
And what it is your chance to buy the stock of a brand new company that's just becoming public at whatever rate, whatever price they deem will be their opening price.
Right.
And then from there, the sky's the limit.
Usually the stock shoots up from that point, and you are just rolling. I mean, literally rolling in the dough.
Let me use an example. Let me just pick one out of my, that area.
Yeah.
Google.
Google
was outrageous for their IPO because I believe it was teetering around. It was around $100 a share, which is crazy for an initial public offering.
And who has that type of money?
Who has that kind of cake?
But it's an IPO, so you start calling in favors and selling everything you got.
You get in on the Google.
You get in on that Google.
And it immediately shot up, I believe, to almost $200 a share. It was one of those stocks where you were like, oh, my God, I got in on this.
Right.
And this is like how you make your fortunes.
Right. So,
yeah.
So when the word came down that we could get it in on the Citadel IPO, we're like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God, ground floor.
What did we do in our lives to deserve this?
How much and where do I send the check?
Right.
That's how we were. Eager little beavers.
And I think at that time, it was almost a guarantee every IPO would go through the roof. Almost a guarantee.
Yeah,
we're like, wow, look at us, and we are like, our lives are rocking. Now we're being invited to be in on IPOs. It's a business we understand. Radio. How could we lose?
We got some liquid assets,
right?
And we're able to scrape up some cash and throw it into this.
I remember vacationing on Cape Cod. The word came down. There were phone calls as I'm kind of like just sunning and walking the beaches. Yeah. I got my cell phone and I'm wheeling and dealing with the bigwigs back in New York to get in on the IPO. Oh, I have to fax a few things.
Oh, it was crazy.
But I'm like, I am in. And then I called Anthony and like, you got in, right?
I'm
goes,
like,
I sure did, Ope. I sure did.
I'm in. and I was the kind of guy. That like, as far as trading stock goes.
Just wait, Rich. You might have a heart attack at the end of this segment.
as far as stock goes, I was always the in-out kind of guy, buy some stock, get out, things like that. This was really going to be kind of a long for me, you know?
Yeah.
I was going to hang in with this one for a while. So I figured I'm not just going to buy a little bit of this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really invest like a man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's invest some real money, Ope.
None of this fooling around crap.
No.
None of this, we'll throw a couple thousand at it and see what happens.
No.
I was basically, how much do I have in the bank right now?
Let me just write that check. I'll transfer funds, whatever I need to do. And
I think we went in exactly the same amount, the same shares.
We said, how many shares can I get for $100,000?
No way.
So me and Opie each took $100,000.
So Mortimer and Randolph.
Right. Exactly. And each of us purchased 5,500 shares
of Citadel
Broadcasting.
100,000. I never wrote a check for anything larger in my life.
Which at $19
to this day, I
a
do
share
believe
equaled out to about $100,000.
Yes.
For 5,500 shares.
It was a little more than 100 G's.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Oh, just a little more.
That didn't make you nervous.
It's an IPO. What's wrong with you, Rich Vos?
It's a sure thing, Rich. See how stupid you are. We're getting in on the ground floor.
Holy.
The ground floor.
Not only was I not nervous, I was feeling really good. I was starting to look at vacation homes and all sorts of stuff.
I was seeing a retirement like you see in the movies.
Right.
Feeling good, Opie. Looking good, Opie. I'm on the beach. You're on the yacht.
Yeah,
that's, you know.
And then, in all fairness, after we got in initially for 100 G's each, the stock was at $19 a share.
19.
I do believe, like IPOs do, it did go up. It didn't go up like a Google,
but it went up.
What was the official high of Citadel?
$22 a share.
So I remember Ed and I going, all right, well, we just
here it goes.
It's now up $3 a share. We got 5,500 shares. So we're talking about a $15,000 profit already.
We're thinking
something like that, right?
16.5.
Well, I wasn't thinking
16.5. You're right.
And I wasn't thinking get out. I'm thinking.
I'm like,
here it goes.
I'm like, this is a good start.
We're on the road because this now up.
Up.
Here it goes, Alice.
Up.
Yeah, it's going up.
Well, shortly after the high of $22 a share, it certainly went back down below $19 a share.
It dipped back, but you know something?
So now we're officially losing money on
in the hole a bit.
Well,
a little bit.
How long did it take for it to drop?
Not too long. I'd have to look at the chart, but not too long,
It stayed at 22 for, I think, 10 minutes. You had a 10-minute window of opportunity to punch out.
And there were signs that radio was changing, but we're like, radio will figure it out, and in turn, Citadel will go back up to where it should be, because other radio companies were in the 40s, Rich.
And
so we're thinking $19 a share. If it goes up into the 40s like these other companies, oh my God!
And let me
we're
tell you
making
something
well
else.
over $100,000 in profit.
A little man named Farid was running the company, who was like one of the financial whizzes at Infinity Broadcasting.
When Mel Carbison was running this joint?
What they called the bean counter. So I figure, hey, this guy knows money.
All right.
We're in good hands.
Yeah. And we knew he had a private jet.
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted to syndicate us, and he did syndicate us.
Oh, everything was coming together. Well, it steadily just kept declining down through 18. I believe we started voicing a concern to each other when it broke through the $17 barrier into the 16 and change. And then we're thinking, is this coming back? Should we punch out now, take the loss? Blah, blah, blah. Well, let me tell you, the faith and confidence we had in the genius management skills of Farid and Judy over there at Citadel we could not be shaken. We knew this was coming back. Even as it fell through 16, 15, 14, and 13, we knew
We sure did.
that it was coming back at some point.
And then it dropped to 16.
Well,
and then 15,
14, 13. And all I kept thinking is,
11.
we're going to bottom at 10 because there's no way it's going into the single digit things. It's definitely going to come back.
And then it got to a point, Rich, where out of principle, I was never going to sell this
Never.
thing.
People were like, you just got to take the loss and see if you can write it off against some gains that you have that year and stuff. And I'm like, no. I am holding this because I don't want to be the guy regretting going, you know what? I sold that at 13 a share.
Right.
And now what is it? What could you check what?
Yeah.
53?
Yeah.
It's at 53 and I sold it. Well, ding ding, there's the $10 mark. It just punched through.
Look at Rich.
into the nines.
Rich, I would dream for a $10 share
Oh,
stock at this point. Look at Rich's eyes like, oh, my God.
I would be popping Dom Perignon and lighting cigars with $100 bills if I could off that stock at $10 a share.
Right.
It would be a victory.
Yeah.
As it fell through 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, once you fall below the dollar mark, NASDAQ and Wall Street and
everyone takes
the
notice.
Dow starts going, look, you got to do something because we don't trade penny stocks.
Yeah.
So if you don't get your stock price above $1, we delist you.
Yeah.
From the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones. They then take you and put you in this thing called the pink sheets. Mm-hmm. It's like if you go to Times Square. And it's like, the lights, there's tourists, there's movie theaters, there's TGI Fridays, whatever you need, it's right there. And then you turn down one of those side streets. Mm-hmm. Those are the pink sheets as compared to, like, the real Wall Street traders.
This is off Wall Street.
Yes, this is off Wall Street.
You know how they like to talk about off-Broadway? This is off Wall Street.
Okay, so it goes to $1.
We watched.
At what point do you start blaming the Jews? At what dollar?
No, actually,
No.
Farid and Judy were being blamed.
Yeah.
And during this time, they had the wisdom, the foresight, the smarts to just yank us from every station that they had us on.
Right.
Even though we were doing very well.
We were doing very well, and they were not paying us a lot of money.
No.
And we even decided, all right, we'll take another drastic pay cut.
Just
and
to
then
stay in the market.
Then they officially came to us and said, we can't even pay that anymore.
Yep.
Well, so the fact that you already put $100,000 in.
Yeah.
So the fact that you lose in everything.
Yeah.
Your reward is to get taken off.
Off of the station.
To try to get the money back. So
Yeah.
that's your
taken
reward.
off of the
You know
stations.
what? You guys invested in us. We lost your money.
Yeah.
Here's how we're going to pay you. You're fired.
Take it easy. Right.
Well,
take a hike.
So we're at about $1, right? Well, a year ago it was $1.86.
$1.86 1 year ago today.
Right.
That was the year's high.
6 months ago, it was 90 cents a share, Rich Vos. Remember, we put in $100,000 each.
Yes.
And we did $19 a share. 3 months ago, it was 24 cents a share,
Yes.
Rich Vos.
3 months ago.
1 month ago, it was 19 cents a share.
What about my career or the stocks?
19 cents a share. So that's a penny on every dollar
Right.
for the share
Right.
so far.
A week ago, it was 14 cents a share, Rich Vos.
A week ago.
Oh, I wish it was still 14 cents.
Oh, my God. To get out at 14 cents, I would feel like the guy on the Monopoly cards.
Yeah.
When you take a community chest.
Remember, this story started 20 minutes ago at $19 a share.
Yes.
Now we're at 14 cents a share.
14
I
cents.
cannot wait till you guys are living on the street and someone hands you a bundle of money and you guys go, we're back in the game.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, Citadel officially closed. Are you ready for this, Rich Vos?
$19.
At a penny a share.
1 cent. Mortimer.
So, if you want to point and laugh at Opie and Anthony today, to summarize this 20-minute break, our $100,000 investment that we did a mere 4 or 5 years ago, is now worth, do we have a drum roll? Our $100,000 investment.
$100,000 each. We each put in $100,000, so that's $200,000 that was invested in there.
Right.
But $100,000 investment that we made.
Yeah, we have a drum roll.
The IPO.
Right.
Ground floor.
Right.
Is now worth $55.
How can the price be going down? Something's wrong. Where's Wilson?
When takes possession!
$55.
We just turned $100,000 into $55.
10 of what we invested makes $1 million.
Right. I can't even buy a pair of new jeans.
10 of
with
what
my
we
initial
have now
investment.
Your
makes $550. 10 of what we had makes $1 million.
Right.
10 of what we have now makes $550.
Your investment can get you a half a pair of sneakers.
Yes.
Right. $100,000 would have been a nice vacation home somewhere. Now we could barely afford. You could get a cheap pair of jeans for $55.
I can't buy a full box of ammo for my Desert Eagle with what my stock is worth now.
But I don't do stocks, but what I keep hearing, especially what liberals are saying, is wait it out and it'll come back.
Yes.
That's what
I'll
saying.
wait that one out. That stock certificate, by the way.
Yeah.
I have the actual certificate.
I don't even know where mine is.
It is going in a frame.
Yeah.
It is hanging on my wall in my office to stare at as a reminder of the giant cluster F that any involvement we've ever had with Citadel Broadcasting has brought us. Farid and Judy were they weren't quoted, but a journalist said in the paper yesterday. I was reading an article on how the stock is a penny, and they were talking about how the old management team at Citadel before they took over had shows that were conservative talker, WABC. I mean, that station bills. And then in their infinite wisdom, Farid and Judy decided to put on shows on there that were off topic for conservative talkers. And just they said that the incompetent management brought Citadel to the point it's at now. And that is Farid and Judy.
Thank you, guys.
The two people that can go down in history as taking a stock that was at $19 a share at the IPO, went up to $22, and then sunk down to where it's now being thrown out to the pink sheets at 1 penny a share, taking everybody's $100,000 investment and magically turning it into $55 and having not a clue where any of that money went.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you $60 each and buy you both out.
I want it.
You're going to make $5 each today.
The certificate, to me, is well worth.
Okay. I've never had a $100,000
I have a piece of paper that I bought for $100,000.
Yeah.
A piece of paper. I have a square 8x10 piece of paper. I could have bought a work of art that I could have hung on my wall. That would have been envied.
I'm a fan of some of Picasso's stuff.
Probably could have gotten a Picasso.
Not when he got weird, where he put the eyeball on the cheek and stuff. He did his stuff before that. Oh my God! I think I might have been able to
Picasso. You
get something nice.
Pistachio.
You could have gotten. I would love to see. Maybe somebody can go on a site, maybe here or online, Pal Talk. I know a lot of people there.
Yeah.
They can maybe go online and see what type of famous art, something we'd all know, that we could have bought for $100,000.
Yeah.
That I could have hung on my wall instead of a stock certificate.
Yeah.
That will do nothing but remind me.
So once again, our $100,000 investment is officially worth $55 today.
$55. Thank you, Farid and Judy, for that great investment, the great company, and the great see you later once they booted us out the door.
Yeah.
Once they ran out of cash.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job.
I would be out of my mind.
Yes. Whoa!
Oh, no! Whoa!
We're giving the David reaction.
Oh, no! Whoa! Whoa! And that's how we start today. Yeah.
Wow.
John says it. I what are you going to do?
Let's go to John.
What are you going to do?
John will talk for all listeners today. John on Long Island. How are you, John?
You have to just laugh.
This is why our show is quite different than every other radio show out there. No one's going to show you the underbelly of our souls.
Yeah.
No one does that. Every other radio guy is like, look how great I am.
Yeah.
Not us. We do a little of that. Look how great we are. But we also do the other side.
Look at what idiots we were when we went into this IPO. Oh.
It's worth $55, Rich. For real. I'm not even joking.
No.
Being Jewish, you got to be having like an aneurysm or something right now.
The good thing is it didn't happen.
And look at Rich. He's all itchy, and it's not even him.
Oh, I know.
He's just like imagining what this would do to him.
Well, but at least it took a while, and it didn't ruin your vacation in Cape Cod. At least.
Oh, dude, I was kind of. I remember being mad after I did this deal. I'm like, why I have a little more.
Oh, my God.
Why did I not go more in? That's how I'm justifying it.
Then you can look at it like you're a winner.
And then when it went down to like $10 and $8 and all that, I'm like, oh my God, this is a great
buying opportunity.
And I was ready to go all in again.
The one time.
So I guess it could have been worse.
Oh.
The one time I bought stock, I bought a mutual fund. I put $5,000 in.
A mutual fund.
I don't know anything. All I know is I'm watching it every night because I'm a gambler.
Yeah, but it's a mutual fund. It's not going to really spike.
Well, it started dropping. It went from $80, then it was dropping, and I got out and made $300. It went from $80 to like $4. I would have lost my $5.
Really?
Yeah. Hey. And $5 to me is like $200,000 to you.
Hey,
person.
Let me go to John in Denver. John is doing a little math here. John.
Opie and Anthony, if you'd have taken that $100,000, invested it in beer, not the company, but cans of beer, you could have drank the beer and sold the aluminum today for $147.
We would have made more on the aluminum at a scrap yard. Wow. That's some perspective.
You know what? Kevin in Jersey. Kevin.
Is this Opie and Anthony?
Yes.
Hey, guys, guess what? You just won $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just won.
Boy, is that justice.
You know what?
This won a candy bar, man.
This is.
No, I'm sorry. You got $55. What?
$55, man. Hey, can you guys play?
I was going to buy a new truck.
All right, we'll play that for you, Kevin. I know where you're going. The $100,000. How many candy bars can we now buy? Candy bars are still under $1, right?
55, probably like maybe 100 candy bars.
Sometimes they go on sale 2 for 1 at gas stations.
Yeah, there you go. I guess.
All right, so we would get around
soon.
We would get around 100 candy bars for $100,000. Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone went to you and go, all right, you see this $100,000? I want you to go to your local convenience store.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, what have you. Quick check.
Hey. Oh.
And I want you to buy 100 candy bars for that.
Yeah.
People we would go, you're crazy. What are you talking about?
Why? What are they, Wonka bars? Is there a magic ticket inside?
What are you talking about? No, really. Trust me on this one. This is what your $100,000 is going to be worth someday. So you might as well go and just buy the 100 candy bars now.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
can we play the $100,000 as we go to break? The phones are lit. People are doing math.
I have a quick.
We'll go to the phones after the break.
I love the perspective thing. I love when people can put it in these certain perspectives that, that's really good. Perhaps we could find out if you laid $1 end to end, how far 100,000 of them go, as opposed to 55 of them.
Okay.
And see how far we could have gone. You know, when they go, oh, you could take and stack the money up and it goes to the moon and back.
Yeah.
Let's see how $100,000 laid end to end, how far that is and how far 55 is.
Right.
You could take those certificates and put them on eBay at least.
I could probably do that and sell it for more than $55.
I think if I sign mine, I can maybe get $20.
Yeah. No, you can make more than $55.
Yes,
you
I would
think?
start the bidding at 102,000.
Yeah, that's
$102,000.
Hey, bidding.
We once gave away $100,000, and this is the end of that fine contest we did many years ago.
And I believe
as we go to break here. What?
I believe that's why this happened to us. This is karma.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mel.
Jim Jeffries joins the program next, but first this.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Craig from Waltham.
Hey, Craig, guess what?
Oh, did I win?
You are the 107th caller.
No way! Damn it, I won! I won! What, no way? You're kidding, right?
107.
Oh, wow!
107th caller. Congratulations.
$100,000! Oh, my God!
You just won $100,000, bro.
Oh, Jesus. You know what I'm going to do with that?
What are you going to do with the $100,000?
Man, the first thing, I have this old... Oh, I cannot... Jeez, I got to...
Calm down. Calm yourself.
I am the winner! I'm the winner!
Well, what are you going to do with $100,000, bro?
I got this... Oh, man, I got this box for a truck. I've got to get a new one. A new...
Wait, dude. How are you going to do that with a candy bar?
What?
How are you going to do that with a candy bar? We just gave you a $100,000 candy bar.
What do you mean?
We gave away $100,000. It's a candy bar, bro. Congratulations.
What?
You just won a candy bar.
Hey, what the you've been... I've been listening to radio for like 3 hours, man. You said $100,000.
Yeah, $100,000. We gave you a candy bar. Congratulations, buddy boy.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of douche. Hey!
Congratulations, man. Uh-oh.
He was pissed.
Good morning to everybody. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Rich Vos in studio today. And Jim Jeffries has joined the program.
Yes.
He walked in the middle of that little rant we were doing. If you're just tuning in, oh boy, you missed a good one. Basically, our $100,000 investment in Citadel Broadcasting, we invested about 5 years ago, is now worth $55 today.
Yeah.
We turned $100,000 into $55. And we never, by the way, we never sold. This isn't if we didn't sell crap. This is what it is. Our $100,000 is now worth $55. We never sold. It's worth a penny today.
If you were to take that $100,000 and March 20th and 21st bought tickets at the Arlington Cinema Draft House to see me, do you know how many people could get in March 20th and 21st at the Arlington Cinema Draft House for $100,000?
I'm saying 10.
Yes, because it's $1,000 a ticket.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's $55.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was looking the other way. I wasn't going 100,000. I thought they were spending their $55.
And everyone's doing the fun math on the phones, Ant.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Ant drives an Escalade. That $100,000, you could barely you can't even fill your Escalade for the $55.
That's what I wanted to get on. It's something even better. I could have bought an Escalade cash,
right,
and another car.
Yeah.
And now that money, I can't even fill my tank up.
Right.
How many
With
hair
gas.
plugs could you have bought?
They're not plugged. They're the follicles. They're individual follicles that were placed in the head from the harvest area in the back of the head, and then they put them in the thinning areas one at a time.
Have you got
They're
the
not
plug?
plugs.
Yeah.
They're not plugs.
I want to go to Bob in Connecticut because we're going to move on from the Citadel investment thing. Everyone was standing by, and then we could move on to hair loss and other things. Bob, go ahead.
Hey, morning, boys.
Hey, Bob.
A dollar bill 6 inches long, so you would have had 50,000 feet, or roughly 9.5 miles. Now you can go about 27.5 feet with your money.
Wow.
So you're talking almost 10 miles.
Almost 10 miles.
As opposed to not even as long as the room we're standing in.
Right.
About as wide as your office.
Put it into kilometers. It sounds even worse.
Yeah, right? That's true.
So 9.5 miles compared to 27 feet. That's almost 40 times around a quarter-mile track.
Yeah. As opposed to not even walking from the bleachers to the track.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we did to our investment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Bob.
Fantastic.
That's insane.
Could have bought one of those Z06s. Yeah. Could have bought a Z06 and now
Small flat.
couldn't even get enough gas in it to drive like across Long Island.
All right. We got to take another quick break and catch up here, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony show.
Righty-o.
Actually, we could go to the FU line.
You could have had a high-end hooker for about
Oh my God.
2 months in your house, and you would have her just touch it now.
Yeah. And now you get me.
Oh, now you get like a toothless, friggin' homeless woman.
Man, I need some lunch.
That's what you're getting now. Oh, God. When you put it in those terms, it's really depressing.
That's depressing, isn't it?
We'll go old school. You can pick up a tunnel bunny, but you got to drop her off halfway through the tunnel.
Halfway through the tunnel. And it could have just been...
Explain tunnel bunny. What is
They
that?
used to, in the 70s, when this city was rocking, and we're heading back to the 70s big time, by
Bring
the
it
way.
back.
You're going to start seeing this stuff.
Back when $55 was worth something.
You had these hookers, they were called tunnel bunnies, and they would wait outside the tunnel.
Yeah.
You'd pick them up.
Yeah.
They would do their business before you got to the other side, and you drop them off after you pay the toll.
And then they take the other tunnel on the way back.
Yeah, they're called tunnel bunnies.
Ingenuity. Why don't things like that happen anymore?
It's ingenuity.
But the do-gooders in this city had to shut that service down.
Oh, it's just a poor girl trying to get a ride to the other side of town and back again.
And
Who's
back
to
again.
say, yeah.
Back and forth all day long.
All day just
I think you should have underground bunnies. And they could get off at different stops.
breathing in exhaust fumes and
squeegee. We had the squeegee guys. We had all sorts of fun stuff
I
to
wonder
look
if
at.
you're done for them to cough it up and it all to be black.